Would you pray with your child if they ask you to? Let's talk about it. So I'm at work one day, and one of my coworkers received a phone call from his wife, and it was a FaceTime phone call. And what I noticed was that I wasn't sitting there paying, like listening intentionally, but I couldn't help overhearing of what the conversation was all about. And what I noticed was that he was saying a prayer. Him and his wife was saying a prayer with his children. Now, mind you, he has 3 children. I think the ages are from 1 to 5 years old. And he took the time out while at work, of course, because now it's in the evening time, and I guess it was time for them to go to bed. And so the wife called him up, as I stated, and they began to have prayer. Now, they're Hispanic, and of course, they were speaking in Spanish, but I am familiar with Spanish words. I am familiar with words in Spanish and that's what caught my attention. I'm like, wow, that was such a moving moment, a touching moment for me. And I told him about it. I said, man, that was powerful. That your wife would call so that you and your children, and along with her, can pray. And of course, they prayed. He said a prayer with each one of the children. It wasn't a group prayer. It was an individual prayer with each child, I guess, so they can see him, and he can see them. And they prayed together. They prayed together. And I thought and now let me go here. Let me add this here as well. Was because apparently that's a natural routine in his home. That's a natural routine that he, as a man, as a father, has established with his children from babes, from a young age. Hey, we're going to pray every night. We're going to give praise. We're going to give thanks to God for life, for health, for everything those bare essential things that we have, that we've been so fortunate to have. And he started this in his children from a young age. And I thought that was so powerful. So I ask you, fathers, do you pray with your children? Do you have that type of relationship where you all pray together, where you spend time together in prayer, talking to God? Well, you may not believe in God, but there is a God. But I'm not here to push that off on you. But nevertheless, though, the principal question is, do you pray with your children? Or have you ever prayed with your children? Or will you pray with your child or your children if they call you and say, Daddy, let's pray? So I hope you have that relationship, that type of relationship that would allow you to be able to pray with your child. God bless.